Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway for the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 with All-Pro Sim Racing League. Ben Kilcrease, Andy Kessler in the booth for you. Sam Taylor is getting the picture that you see to you producing this show tonight. Here we are, Andy, finally here. Beautiful Saturday night under the lights here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200. I am excited. We're just moments away from dropping the green flag for qualifying. This is going to be a great race here tonight.
Absolutely, Ben. Invitation only here for the All-Pro Sim Racing League. So a lot of I guess the top guys within the series, guys that have been here a long time. They're gonna duke it out here at the High Banked Half Mile Speedway. I'm excited for it. I love this track.
It certainly is going to be a good race. 200 laps, you mentioned it here. 100 miles at Bristol Motor Speedway. We're just switching over to the qualifying session right now, so we should have the first truck out here any moment. But let's talk about the weather here tonight a little bit. It's 74 degrees outside as we speak. That temperature could drop here in the next couple of minutes or so. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour, which doesn't matter that much because we're in the concrete coliseum here. Can't really, wind's not going to get to us tonight. And the relative humidity is at 57%, I should say. Andy, 74 degrees is pretty cool, and it's going to allow these guys to have a bunch of grip in their tires for this race tonight.
That's right. First truck on the speedway right now is going to be the 75 with Chase Spradlin. Didn't take any practice time, but here he is. He's going to do his laps here. Comes on the back straightaway. He'll take the green flag this first time around.
We'll see what he's able to do. He's coming to the green flag this time by number 75, Chase Spradlin. Looks like he almost tagged the wall there. That'll affect the qualifying effort right there. If you tag the wall, it disallows your time. We'll see if that was the case. Here we go, white flag for Spradlin.
They gave him a first lap of 24 seconds. Definitely not what you're going to get to be on the pole here this evening, Ben. We're talking low 15s on this beautiful night here in Bristol.
Checkered flag, Spradlin, a 15.567. That's the time we're looking for right there.
We do know some of these top guys in practice, though, Ben, ran a 15.1. So we'll keep an eye on those guys. Of course, they'll be the last guys. They'll be the last guys to go out on the track here in this qualifying. I believe the 99 of Daniel Vining will be next up on the track here.
Out of Pensacola, Florida, driving to number 99. He was a correspondent for Speed 51 from 2010 through 2011. Here he is, 99, Daniel Vining, taking the green flag.
Daniel Vining is this series, the All-Pro Sim Racing guy. He does all their logos and stuff like that. So he's a very busy guy around here, Daniel Vining, making all these logos for these special events, and just like tonight here.
That's not going to help. Not going to get a time in tonight. Tagged it on both times around there, the wall that is, and he's going to be done for tonight. So no time in qualifying for Daniel Vining.
The 03, though, David Gibson, he's going to be next on track because he's already heading down the back straightaway, heading to the green flag.
Out of Josephine, Louisiana, 03, David Gibson takes the green flag. He's sponsored by Mountain Dew Livewire here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway.
It's a really tough place to get around, Ben. We talk about the high bank that looks so easy on TV and things, but when you start getting 2, 3 wide on here, there's not a lot of room, and definitely not a lot of room for error.
Most definitely, and Gibson's running an interesting line. He's almost running the middle to low line. You'll see a bunch of guys up on the high side like he is full right there entering, and he swings it back low. 15.477 was the first lap. Did not improve. It was a 15.7 for his second lap. So they'll take the first one. So far, David Gibson in the 03 is on the pole.
Looks like Cody Gibson, he's driving that Tampa Bay Buccaneers, another team that didn't make the playoffs, but he's showing his support for his team here tonight. He's going to roll off right now. I don't know. You might as well just call him the number 8 or the 008. You know, he could have did the 007.
Yep. Well, we'll stick to 008. He takes the green flag right there. Cody Gibson out of Kaufman, Texas, on the clock here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Got a little loose right there. Looks like off a 2. He'll dive it down into 3, about middle ways. Takes the white flag. Lap number 1 will have a time of 16.297. That's good for third. Right now he's got to pick it up, though, if he wants to knock the top guy off. Second lap, checkered flag, 16.525, excuse me. He'll not improve on his second lap. They'll take the first one of 16.297.
Well, here comes the 29 of Danny Sanchez. He's just making his way out onto the track right now. Looking forward to putting up a good lap here. Obviously, invitation only for this event. A lot of pressure on these guys to show what they got here. It should be an interesting race. Obviously, where you start doesn't mean too much. Whoa, as he gets a little bit loose there, coming to take the green there. Had to burp the throttle, but we'll see if he can not knock some of these guys off that top rope.
On the clock for lap number 1, Danny Sanchez out of Altus, Oklahoma, comes through corner number 4. He'll take the white flag. Almost got a piece of the wall there. 15.467. That's good for the pole. Is he going to try and improve his speed? It looks like he will down the back straightaway. Checkered flag, second lap time, 15.675. He'll slow down about 2/10.
Yeah, it looks like most of these guys, their fast lap has been the first lap, so I don't know if they're really pushing it hard or trying to get everything they can on that second lap, and it's just not working out for them. But right now on the speedway right now, Forrest Gregg in at 126.
Forrest Gregg is from Slap Out, Alabama. He'll take the green flag. He is the head of safety, the fire and rescue team, I should say, at Montgomery Motors Speedway. He'll take it to the back straightaway. He's on the clock for lap number 1.
Most of these guys have been running that middle line all qualifying laps here as he takes his white flag on that time by. Only a 15.626, so we'll see if he can better his time here and move up a little bit here.
Most of the guys haven't been able to improve on the second lap. He'll be looking to do that here. Sits fourth now at the line. Checkered flag. No. Slows down about 2/10. That's been the story we've seen the whole night.
Well, it's time for the 46 of Donald Williams now to hit the track in his Harley Davidson machine. Fancy looking truck he's got as he gets ready to head out onto the track. There he goes. He's going to pull up on the speedway here and give it a go for himself. In practice, Donald Williams ran a 15.411, looking to better that here in his qualifying effort.
15.411 would be good for the pole right now. Danny Sanchez at the 15.467 green flag for Donald Williams. Williams is out of Leeds, Alabama, sponsored by Harley Davidson and Advocare. 46 is Donald Williams, and he's on the clock. First lap, 15.521. That's good for third. Let's see
Good for third, looking to better that this time.
Yep, we'll see what his second lap is here. He'll get the checkered flag. 15.541, slows down just ever so slightly. Matt Vade is on the clock in the 84 for his first time lap here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Fancy paint scheme for him with the Green Bay Packers here, kind of a rivalry with the Cowboys, so I'm not sure if that's why he's running that car here tonight, but decent showing for them. He's right on the pole in his first lap with a 15.459.
He's going to go for a second lap here. We'll have to see if he can improve. From Stratton, Wisconsin, no. So we'll get the next truck out here in just a moment. Looks like it's going to be Jeff Rogers in the 91.
Yeah, he ran a 15.397 in practice, so seems like a lot of these guys have been actually slower than their practice speed, so that's kind of been the trend here so far.
We'll see if Rogers can break it. He takes the green flag on the clock. Rogers from New York here in the number 91. A very, very brightly painted truck here under the lights at Bristol.
I can't even see him out there. It's so bright.
White flag. Oh my, he jumps to the pole with a 15.387. New fast time for Jeff Rogers. He has the pole right now. He's looking to improve that time at the line. Checkered flag. No, slows down, but still faster than anybody else's lap. 15.421 on the second time.
Jeff Faulkner in the 65. He was 9th quickest in practice, a 15.332. It's time to see what he can do now as he heads out on the track down the back straightaway, getting ready for that first important lap.
So important to build up speed through 3 and 4 to come to the green flag, which he just done right there. He's on the clock. 65, Jeff Faulkner from Newmarket, Alabama. He is the 2013 Tour Modified Champion, sponsored by TLC Automotive. 65 is Jeff Faulkner. $15.419. That's good for second on the first lap. He'll take the white flag halfway through it already. Checkered flag for Faulkner. Still not able to advance on that second lap.
Jason Swan now in the 14. 8th quickest, 15.321 in practice. We'll see what he can do now. He's got that brightly colored New England Patriots paint scheme who just fell short. Just fell short of the making it to the Super Bowl, losing to the Broncos last weekend.
Almost tags the wall on lap number 1. Swan is from Pinson, Alabama, has multiple wins and championships all around sim racing as he takes the white flag. Yep, that lap's not going to count. Can he tag the wall? He tags the wall again there. So Swan, it will start from the back of the pack.
Right now, the 30 of Luby Roberts. Gonna head out on the track right now. On the straightaway.
Louis Robinette coming to take the green flag. He's on the clock. Robinette is a little admins here. He also calls live qualifying. When he's not inside the truck, he'll come through corner number 3 and 4 to take the white flag. Good first lap, a 15.445 for the Huntsville driver. Has some experience at the Huntsville Speedway and all sorts of types of vehicles. He'll take the checkered flag for a 15.425. He's been the first driver that I can recall improving his time on the second lap. It's good for third.
Yeah, he has improved, but he's also been running the bottom line. The other guys have been running the middle, so that might have something to do it right there. But number 8, Steven Denmark, now out on the track.
He'll take the green flag, start the clock for the number 8. Steven is from Dauphin Island, Alabama. He is a 4-time winner here at All Pro, sponsored by Ream, Rudd, and Gale Force Suspension. The number 8 is Steven Denmark. Pole position for the number 8 with a 15.366. That'll put him on the pole. And it looks like he tagged the wall down in 1 and 2, so I don't think this time will count. No time on the second lap for Denmark, but he is on the pole with a 15.366.
Yeah, great run right there for Denmark. There's Kevin Pearson now in the 38 truck. The Kansas City Chiefs logo's all over that thing. He's looking pretty spiffy. They had a great season this year. He's coming off turn 4 here to take the green flag.
38 Kevin Pearson is on the clock from Fairgrove, Missouri, sponsored by Mother's Brewing Company. Number 38 is Kevin Pearson. White flag. Wow. 15.208 new pole time here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And he's looking to improve that even further through 3 and 4. Checkered flag for Pearson. No, a 15.360. Slows down about a tenth and a half on his second lap.
Brian Mellendorf now 4th quickest in practice. He's going to head out onto the track. He ran a 15.173 in practice.
That time right now would be good for the pole position. He'll come to the green flag. Tags the apron, gets a little loose there. Brian Mellendorf on the clock out of Sullivan, Illinois. He is the 2009 STRL champion. The number 81 is Brian Mellendorf.
A little high there on the exit of turn number 4 there. That's definitely not going to help his cause. He had a great lap, though. Look at that with a 2:13.
Barely misses the pole, and looks like it's going to be one and done for Mellendorf.
I'll tell you, that line didn't look that great, but man, he sure made it work. He just hammered it and let it go.
Certainly did, and we'll give you an updated lineup. Top 5 right now is Kevin Pearson, Brian Mellendorf, Steven Denmark, Jeff Rogers, and Jeff Faulkner. That's the top 5 as we sit. Adam Benefiel is on the track now. And the number 83, he'll come to the green flag to start the clock.
Benefiel's 3rd quickest in practice on 171, so very fast. We're starting to get these top guys right now, and we've seen a couple of them stumble there during their qualifying runs. He's a little on that high side in his first lap. I don't know if that's his preference there at 3:05 on the first lap, so that's going to not get it done right at the moment, but he's going to try for a second lap.
Good for 3rd out of Pell City, Alabama. He is the All-Pro Street Stock Truck and Modified champion the past season. Checkered flag, tags the ball, it won't count. So 3rd right now for Benefiel.
It's going to leave Chuck Chambly now, 2nd quickest in practice. 15.155 he ran in practice. We'll see if he can match that here in qualifying.
Final 2 drivers, or we've broken into the final 2 drivers to qualify. Chambly was 2nd quickest in practice. Out of Arab, Alabama. He'll take the green flag. He's on the clock for his first timed lap. He has over 300 wins, 29 championships, and is a 3-time All-American 400 champion, and he's looking to get the win tonight to add to his resume. White flag for Chambly. Not going to count because he tagged the wall.
Oh, that was unfortunate right there. It looked like he had a good line running there that first lap. We'll see if we can do anything here with his second lap. I've definitely slowed him up a little bit. We'll see where Chuck Chambly will fall.
Checkered flag, 15.564 for Chambly. That'll leave him 12th. So not the lap he was looking for. Final driver to qualify is Scotty Formosa in the number 80. Quickest in practice with a 15.154.
We'll call him the man of the hour too, Ben, here. The No Playoffs for Cowboys 200 here. He's driving that Cowboys paint scheme. I'm sure he wants to win this thing.
From Mount Juliet, Tennessee, he is the 2012 All-American 400 champion. He finished 2nd place in this past year's 2013 4th Annual All-Pro Snowball Derby, sponsored by County Line Motors, and like you said, Dallas Cowboys. The number 80 is Scott Formosa, and he's on the clock. First lap,
Whoa!
Good for the pole position. Doesn't even have to run a second lap because there's nobody behind him. Scotty Formosa will take the pole here in the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway with a time of 15.176. That'll conclude qualifying for the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to head trackside right now for tonight's national anthem. Yeah. On behalf of iRacing.com Motorsport Simulations, No Bull Network, One and All Pro Sim Racing League, welcome to the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Ben Kilcrease and Andy Kessler to call the action for tonight. Sam Taylor, all the way from Litchfield Matravers, Dorset, England, is the producer tonight. He's getting the picture that you see to you. And here we are, Andy, just completed qualifying. We're just moments away from dropping the green flag, and what can we expect to see tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway?
A lot of action, Ben. That's what this track typically brings us. Lots of action, self-cleaning track. It really, the problem with this place is everything happens so quick. You're carrying such a large rate of speed through these turns and down these little short straightaways that it doesn't take much. Something could happen in turn 1 and 2, and you're going through 3 and 4. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of it. So these guys, you got to have your head on the swivel. Your spotter's got to be on top of things, and you got to be ready for some evasive action here tonight.
Certainly do. We've literally got 1 mile to run you through 19 trucks. So here we go. Bear with us. We're going to do it kind of quickly. Setting the time of 15.176. He's on the pole. The number 80 is Scott Formosa, and to his outside, starting second in the number 38, it's Kevin Pearson.
Rolling off third in the 81 would be Brian Mellendorf. Starting fourth on the outside of row number 2 in the 83 is Adam Benefield.
Stephen Denmark rolls off fifth in the number 8, and to his outside in the number 91, it's Jeff Rogers.
Jeff Faulkner will start seventh in the 65 truck, and starting outside of row number 4 in the 30 will be Louis Robinette.
Matt Vade will roll off ninth in the number 84, 10th to his outside in number 29, it's Danny Sanchez.
Inside of row number 6, starting in the 03 car, is David Gibson, and his outside in the 46 will be Donald Williams.
Starting 13th, a poor qualifying effort, not what he wanted, the number 25 is head admin Chuck Chambly. To his outside in number 4, in the 14th starting position in the number 75 is Chase Spradlin.
Starting 15th in the number 126, that's Forrest Gregg, and to his outside in the 008 is Cody Gibson.
Rolling off 17th in the number 14 is Jason Swan. To his outside in the 18th in the number 90, it's Skip Witt.
And shotgun on the field, crashing during qualifying, is the number 99, starting 19th, Daniel Viney.
And that's the starting lineup for the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Thank you all for tuning in with us here for History in the Making. We're beginning our pace laps right now. We have 2 here at the famed half-mile high banked oval in Bristol, Tennessee. Andy, before we go green, who you got to win this race?
Geez, it could be anybody. And it's almost like a super speedway. I'll tell you right now, though, you want to be up front. I gotta like the fact that Scott Formosa was fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying, and I think the fact that he's driving the Cowboys truck, he's got to be a favorite here.
All right, Andy's going to go with Formosa. I'll get Sam to whisper who he wants. I'm going to go with Adam Benefield. I think he can do what it takes. Sam is going with Stephen Denmark in the 8. Sam is our producer here at Noble Network 1. Lights out on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. I'm a race fan, don't know too much about the football stuff, but I know that the Cowboys did not make it to the playoffs.
And that's
whatever
exactly
that
why
means.
we're here.
Whatever that means. But I do know that the truck leading this field to the green tonight has a Cowboys paint scheme. How ironic. We'll stack them up 2 by 2 by 2. 200 laps at a high banked half-mile short track is just ahead of us. Pace car to pit road for Formosa and Pearson. Lead us to the green flag. We're racing at Bristol.
Formosa with a great start right there, able to clear second place of Kevin Pearson. As they come off of turn number 2, Pearson, he's going to be able to clear Brian Mellendorf. Now the top 8 now, 10, single file through 3 and 4.
Got to go back quite a while to find the first side-by-side battle. Is between Vade and Faulkner. Faulkner's on the outside. Vade working the inside. Vade will clear. Now Vade will look to the inside of Louis Robinette, heading into corner number 3.
Not going to make it happen. Louis Robinette's going to hang on to that position as they come off of turn number 4.
Faulkner in the 65. Usually the high side is where you want to be. He's starting to fall back. People are passing him left and right on the inside as Chuck Chambly's able to get by him in the 25.
Yep, Chuck Chambly on the move early here as he's getting around Jeff Faulkner. That'll be for 11th position now, trying to fight back here as he finally gets down to that bottom spot. But we got a battle up front.
That we do. Mellendorf is able to get by Pearson, and now here comes Benefield sticking his nose to the outside. Benefield working that high side. That's Pearson on the low side. They're dead even on 2. Benefield has an advantage in 3. He'll look to take it off of 4. He clears it on the front straightaway.
Right there, Kevin Pearson started second, was able to maintain it for a minute, but there he goes. Within 2 laps, he's going to lose 2 spots. Dropping back to 4th as Formosa now, almost pulling away with almost a second lead here on these guys early.
That he is a very demanding lead already here, and we're just working lap number 7 of this one. Here in the new Playoffs for the Cowboys 200. Got to look way back to find the first side-by-side battle, and that's between David Gibson and Chuck Chambly. Now that'll go to single file as Chambly clears him off 4.
Chambly on the move since the beginning of this race here. Now he's up to 9th already. He's got a big gap, though, to make himself some ground, about a half a second to Matt Vade up there in 8th, who's battling still with Louis Robinette.
Vade's fallen back just a little bit now, just ahead of those guys. The brightly painted number 91 of Jeff Rogers is on the attack of the number 8 of Stephen Denmark. He's right on his bumper. He'll look low off the 4. Denmark already has a little bit of battle wounds on that number 8 on the right rear. Back straightaway, it's still Denmark able to keep the 5th position.
Able to keep it for now, like you said, though. Somebody got in the back room. I'm not sure who, but whoever it is, if he's got that kind of damage on the back, they're going to have something on the nose of their truck already.
Most definitely, and that's the battle for 5th. We go back up to the battle for 2nd place between Mellendorf and Benefield. Benefield starting to close in on the number 81. He'll close up right to his bumper on the back stretch, and it looks like Mellendorf will work the inside through 3 and 4. Here comes Benefield trying the outside.
He gave him that outside line as they headed into number 3. Just let him go right there. Benefield now up to 2nd here, as also we had almost a battle just right behind these guys between Jeff Rogers and Stephen Denmark. Those guys were battling out. They sorted everything out. So a couple battles here and there right now, but Scott Formosa, 1.4 second lead now on the field. He's really pulling away.
We'll go back to the battle for 8th position. Now it's Chuck Chambly just going to 8th position. Chambly had a full qualifying effort. He's already made it up to 8th, and now he's got his sights set on Louis Robinette in the 30. And that'll be for the 7th position once he catches the bumper.
I'm not sure if right now if Matt Vade is struggling just a little bit. Truck looks a little bit loose right now as he exits these corners, but Chuck Chambly was able to catch him rather quickly, and now he's really starting to separate himself and moving in on that 30.
Lap traffic for the leader already. It's Daniel Vining in the 99. Vining quite a bit of damage on that number 99 Chevrolet Silverado. He is real slow on the bottom, and you gotta wonder what happened to cause all that damage. Chambly on the inside of Robinette. This is for 7th position. Not gonna do it that time. Robinette's able to get that run off the high side. We'll see what he can do down in 1 and 2.
You almost see these guys almost diamonding the corners, some guys anyway. They'll go in low, kind of let the truck drift up, and then just really hammer and get down to the bottom. As you look, Chambly now looking to the inside again on Louis Robinette. Now they're side by side off of turn number 4.
Got a good run on the back stretch there. He'll keep it through 3. Robinette slides up the track in 4. Here comes Chambly on the front stretch. He'll clear in for 7th.
Chambly, the biggest mover so far, now up to 7. Now going to set his sights on that number 8. But first, he's got to get by the lap truck here of Daniel Vining, who's just ahead of him here as they exit the corner.
Battle for fourth. It's between Jeff Rogers and Kevin Pearson. Oh, truck slow on the inside. That's Cody Gibson in the 008. He had a crash on the front straightaway. 1 lap ago, got loose and tagged the inside wall. No caution.
Heavy damage, that 008 right there. He's already 2 laps down here. Because now we got a battle right now between the 91 of Jeff Rogers and Kevin Pearson at 38. Rogers now all over that back bumper, as it looks like Steven Denmark kind of looking on from a distance.
Yeah, he is. He's waiting for him to get side by side to see if he can pull up and try to snag another position. Because once you're racing side by side, it really does slow you down. Rogers really wants that inside line, but I think he's afraid to stick his nose in there. Whoa! Look out, Pearson gets loose in front of him. Now Rogers goes to the high side. Pearson on the low side. Rogers clears it in 2.
A little bit of pressure Rogers put on Pearson right there. That move worked off. It looks like Pearson, like you said, got a little bit loose. Rogers was able to take advantage, get on that outside. Now he's pulling away as now Denmark now pulls up on the bumper of that 38 of Kevin Pearson.
Right behind Denmark, this guy is really impressing all of us. That's Chuck Chambly, really making his way to the field quickly here tonight. He sits 7th right now. He could be 5th within the next couple of laps as we work lap number 26 here at Bristol. Caution is out. David Gibson in the 03 is slow on the front straightaway, and that's what our caution is for. Got loose. No contact, though.
Looks like the 46 might have some damage here also, too. Donald Williams looks like he had some issues. He was slow going through the corners.
Yeah, so we had 2 problems at one time right there. Williams was just slow on the high side of 1 and 2, but we had David Gibson around on the front straightaway in the 03. I think they threw the caution for the 03 of Gibson because he was completely sideways sliding on the apron. So that'll be the first caution of the night, though. A good run for the beginning of this race as most of the guys come down to the pit road to get service on their machines.
Yep, packing in with fuel, 4 tires for your leader Formosa. He's going to beat everybody back out onto the speedway. Looks like Benefield's going to follow him there in 2nd. So just as they went in, the top 2, same as they came out.
So we'll get these guys lined up on the caution laps here. We'll get the lineup sorted, and we'll get set for the first restart of the night here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I tell you what, this was some good racing we had here in the first 10th or so of this race. Really impressing me here tonight with the All-Pro Sim Racing League, putting on some fantastic racing around the half-mile high banked oval.
Oh, absolutely. Very patient. The start was very patient by a lot of these guys. We saw a few guys have some trouble once things got going. You know, like I said, these walls sneak up on you, especially on the exits. It's very easy to get loose off them. It's very easy to push up into the corners, too. So not surprised that we do have some casualties here early on. But, no, some great, fantastic racing by these guys. Very patient, very diligent in the moves that they make. And one of those guys was Chuck Chambly, who made his way all the way up. It looks like he's going to be 7th here in the restart.
Yep, and I tell you what, you want for him to be battling with Formosa for the lead here within the next 50 laps or so. That truck is just on a roll. Number 25 of Chambly, that is. I tell you what, though, is I think we're getting set to turn the lights off on the speedway here. This time Bayer should be close to it. Might get 2 to go.
His laps definitely turn off quick, though, here. So we're 30 into it, so it doesn't take long, especially in the green flag. These 15, 16-second laps, and these guys can really tick them off pretty quick.
Yeah, they do, and they're less than a minute under caution, which is real good. As we do turn the lights off, top 5 as we get set to go back. Green, Formosa, Benefield, Mellendorf, Rogers, and Denmark. As we get set to go back, green flag racing here in the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Want to remind everybody, if you want to keep up with the latest on Noble Network 1, just give us a like on Facebook. All you have to do is go to the top bar, search Noble Motorsport, click the like button, and you'll be updated with all the latest from Noble Network 1. You can also follow us on Twitter, Noble _Network 1. There we go, got it in. Pace car in 2x2 for most in the gas. We're back racing here at Bristol.
Another good restart by Formosa, but Benefield was able to hang with him, and so was the 81 of Mellendorf right now. As the top three guys have really pulled away, and side by side though for fourth.
Benefield really got the run down the back straightaway right there. Whoa, Faulkner was real sideways through 4. In the 65, he almost makes contact with Daniel Vining there. This is at the very back of the pack. Everything sorted out right now as the only side-by-side battle up here at the front is Chambly going side-by-side with Kevin Pearson. That's for 6th, and Chambly is trying to get to the front.
He's trying to get to the front, but unable. The high line's been the fast line so far here tonight. Even on the restarts, these guys really just bolting up for that high line. We saw that with the third-place driver, Brian Mellendorf.
Whoa, Pearson makes contact with Denmark right in front of Chambly. Chambly didn't lift. He took advantage of that. He'll go to the outside of Pearson. Now he'll look low on Denmark. But front straightaway has to settle for 6th position just for now.
That could have been messy right now. Is right behind these guys. Pretty good battle between Jason Swan and Louis Robinette. They're battling side by side for the last couple of laps. Here, Jason Swan's looking at inside line, but it's just not prevailing right now as Louis Robinette maintains 8th on that high side.
Remember, Swan had the contact in his qualifying lap as well, which disallowed his laps, so he's looking to come from the back as well. Had a poor qualifying run. He currently sits 9th. Oh, and Denmark into the wall on the apron to come back up.
Everybody able to get around him there. That was a good thing, but he lost a ton of spots right there, Ben. Unfortunate for Denmark. He's been running that top 5 all race long. He's back to 13th.
For the lead, Benefield to the inside of Formosa. He'll take it on the inside. Can he clear him on the front stretch? He does. Adam Benefield leads the No Playoff for the Cowboys 200.
What a evasive move there on that bottom line. We haven't seen anybody really make that bottom line work, but there it was. Not sure if Formosa really kind of just maybe let him go right there, not fight him. Still early on here, so we're only 40 laps into this one.
That we are. You can see Formosa not letting him get away if he didn't let him by easy. Formosa hanging right there with him. One driver also who's not falling back too much from these top 2 is Brian Mellendorf in the 81. He's right there on the bumpers, about 5 truck lengths back.
He's just kind of watching as these leaders catch up to Daniel Vining, it looks like right now. As he did get the waiver on that last time on that caution, but he's now going to stay. It looks like he's going to go low there right in front of the leaders. That was awfully close.
Now, late decision right there, but they work it out fine. Look at Mellendorf close right up to the bumper of Scott Formosa. Top 3 all battling for the lead here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, that was a very aggressive move. But yeah, these top 3 right now have pulled away quite some bit, almost a second and a half over 4th place Jeff Rogers, who's pulling into Chuck Chambly there, the number 25. Chuck Chambly, we talked about him all race long, poor qualifying effort at a start towards the back. Actually started 13th here tonight. Worked his way all the way up to 5th right now, and right now he's battling Jeff Rogers, trying to take that 4th position. He's all over his back bumper as they exit the corner right now. That's turn number 2. Chambly now to the inside. They're side by side off of turn number 4. Can Chambly clear him? He does. Move Chambly up to 4th now, and now he's going to set his sights, see if he can knock into this lead. It's about 2 seconds now to the top 3 guys as those guys are starting to run away with the pack.
That they are. It's Benefield pulling ahead of Formosa by about 7, 8, maybe 9 truck lengths, and then Mellendorf is just all over the rear bumper of Formosa. That's for 2nd, but Formosa, ever since he let Benefield pass him, or ever since Benefield did pass him, I should say, Formosa has not been able to stick his nose back to the inside or outside to try and get back around.
No, now Formosa's getting pressure behind him from Brian Mellendorf. He's been all over his back bumper here. These top three guys, though, still continuing to pull away from Chuck Chambly, who just took over that 4th position.
Gotta wonder if Chambly didn't wear out his tires too quick in that number 25, trying to make his way up to the field. We still got a long way to go in this race. We're 1/4 of the way through exactly right now, but we've definitely got some more pit stops coming up for Chambly to get some fresher tires, and once he does that, I'm going to still go out on a limb and say he's going to be in contention for this lead, because that truck is just on a rail. No matter if it's in traffic, out of traffic, where he's at on the track, it doesn't matter. It's just on a rail for that number 25.
Yeah, he has been since the drop of the green flag right now, as our leaders are now pulling up on lap traffic. That's the 008 of Cody Gibson. He's some 10 laps, make that 11 laps down now as he surrenders the high side for these leaders. Scott Formosa, though, not quite up to him yet. He's going to give that high side to Mellendorf. Mellendorf now going to move into 2nd place, and Formosa now sliding back into 3rd.
So that's a very interesting decision right there from Formosa. You got to wonder if he's starting to think of the big picture and saving his tires for the long run if we get one here. Only had one caution so far. Whoa! As Benefield almost made contact with lapper Daniel Vining right there. Slowed him down just a little bit. And Mellendorf starting to etch into that lead. Whoa! No trouble for Formosa! Formosa gets into the wall. Daniel Vining went up the track, looked like a tire almost went down. Formosa now grinding the wall on the outside. No caution here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Oh, that's gonna really put the hopes down for Scott Formosa. Now he dives down to the apron here, lets these guys get by him. His truck is damaged a tremendous amount. He's having a hard time getting out of people's way here as he's going to dive down to pit road here.
Yeah, and what we were just watching on the replay there, looked like Vining just drove into the turn and the tire went down on the number 99. And then Formosa, that's just a situation you just have absolutely no control over what your truck is going to do or how that is going to end up. And pole sitter Scott Formosa is in the pits here on lap number 58 of this one.
Yeah, it must be, he must have the luck the Cowboys had this year, Ben, unfortunately. Maybe it's just the paint scheme, I don't know. Unfortunate, though, that he's had to come out of this one early. Very fast car, led the first part of this race all the way up through pit stops. He's coming back out on track right now. I'm just not sure how much damage that truck has here as he's now 2 laps down.
Well, it looks like he's having a very hard time steering it. He'll pull it down to the inside. Looks like he'll be coming to the pits again here in the number 80. Now look at that thing. My goodness.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too, because once you go down pit road at a place like this, how quickly these guys are getting around this place. That's just lap after lap, and just keep ticking by and just taking your chances of a decent finish right out the window.
Yeah, lap times here are about mid-16, low 16s. It takes 15 seconds just to get down pit road at pit road speed, then another 15 for a pit stop, plus he has repairs, so I mean you could be down 10, 15, 20, 25 laps before you get everything fixed enough just so it can be able to drive.
Absolutely. There's a 29 now of Tanny Sanchez goes down a lap to our leaders, Adam Benefield and Brian Mellendorf. Mellendorf's been hanging with Benefield here ever since he got around Formosa a few laps ago, Ben, and he's been able to hang with him right now. Nothing really from Benefield's not being able to pull away from him.
Yeah, Mellendorf actually in the last couple of laps is really starting to close the gap to the rear bumper of Benefield. I got the awesome opportunity to race Adam Benefield this past Thursday night in the All-Pro Street Stock division, and he had a, I can't remember what exactly he had a penalty for, but he had to go under green flag conditions. As soon as he came out of the pits, the caution flew. He had to restart at the back of the pack. This is a 100-lap race at Irwindale, and I think it was on lap 70. He flew all the way up to the front. I was battling with a couple other guys for the lead. He blew past us. Caution comes out. It comes down to he and I with the final, I think it was 7 or so laps to go. and him and I battled it out pretty good for the lead. Caution came out with 2 to go, and he ended up snagging the win. I finished second, but a great race with Adam Beneville. He definitely knows how to work these races on the long runs. And I don't know, though. Tonight looks like on the longer run, looks like Mellendorf's actually starting to close up to his bumper.
Yeah, Mellendorf's got his stuff figured out here in the long run. Truck's running real good for him here as the laps start ticking away again on this green flag run. These guys will start catching up to quite a few lap cars here. We got 3 of them right in front of them. That's the 8 of Denmark, Faulkner, and Gibson that are right in front of these guys in just a couple seconds.
Oh,
caution.
That was right in front of leaders, Benefil and Mellendorf. Mellendorf actually didn't check up in time and got into the back of Benefil. Both of those trucks now have damage. The truck that was around was, though, 3 of David Gibson. That's the second time tonight that he's been around on the front straightaway. And again, it just looks like he went around by himself, no contact.
Whew. That was close. The only truck now, the top 3 without any damage, that 25 with Chuck Chambly. So keep an eye on him as pit road is open. These guys, the leaders did come down pit road for some tires, maybe a little bare bond maybe on the back of that 83 truck.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see what happens, who comes out with the lead here. Benefil's down and away. Benefil, Mellendorf, and Chambly will be the top 3. And now we get to see what Chambly has on fresh tires for these leaders. So caution out for the second time. Andy, you want to head to a quick break? You need a drink?
Yes. No, yeah, we can. Might as well. We got to pay some bills, right?
Yep, got to pay some bills. We'll be right back here on Noble Network 1. Don't step away. You're watching the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Lights off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Welcome back to the No Playoff Cap for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Big Kill Crease Andy Kessler to call the action tonight. Sam Taylor is producing the picture that you see to you. Top 5 for we go green. Benefil, Mellendorf, Chambly, Rogers, and Faulkner. Lights are off. We'll stack them up 2 by 2 by 2. And like I said, we'll get to see how Chambly can match up with these leaders. Pace car to pit road. Green flag is back in the air. Benefil was in it pretty early there. We're back racing here at Bristol.
We are top 4 able to spread out here single file. The battle for 5th is side by side. That's a 14. Oh, we got a battle for the lead already.
Mellendorf got a heck of a run off of corner number 2. He pulled to the inside. Now he clears. Benefil on the front straightaway. Brian Mellendorf takes the lead here at Bristol.
Takes the lead right now. Chuck Chambly looked like
Big
he wanted
crash.
to get...
Hard crash on the back straightaway, and they're still piling in. This is terrible. Steven Denmark in the 8. Louis Robinette's involved, and my goodness. Denmark got loose, tagged Faulkner. And oh my, Robinette took some vicious hits there. Good 7 trucks involved in that one. So we'll turn the lights on for the 3rd time here this evening. Caution number 3 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Coverage tonight is my goodness, I just cannot talk. Coverage tonight is being brought to you by County Line Motors out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Check them out if you're ever in the area. Maybe they have some coffee in the morning if you want to stop by and get something to drink. I don't know. And our producer's now singing in our ear on this edition of No Bull Network 1's British Idol.
British Idol.
It's our version of American Idol. That is not copyright either.
Nope.
So, Andy, for those of the non-football fans out there like I understand that the Cowboys did not make it to the playoffs. What exactly are the playoffs? Is this like is this the snowball derby of football?
Yeah, basically, Ben. A couple weeks here we'll have the Super Bowl coming up live on Fox, and the 2 teams that made it all the way through the playoffs through the regular season. You got the high-powered Denver Broncos, and they're taking on a pretty good team there from Seattle, the Seahawks. So it's going to be a pretty decent game, and it's going to be the first Super Bowl played outside, Ben. They're going to actually do it in New Jersey at the new stadium there for the Giants and the Jets. So an outdoor Super Bowl game is going to be quite interesting. But no, the Cowboys are not in it.
Well, I wish them the best for the outside game. That'll be a little bit cold, I do believe. But
yeah, just a bit.
We'll wait.
Usually they play them in the inside, in these domes, but
whoopsies.
Now they're trying something different, so we'll see what happens.
It'll probably be a blizzard whenever this game is. I do tune into the Super Bowl, but only for the commercials. And
for the commercials and the food, that's it.
When they go back to playing, I walk away, get some food, and when the commercials come on, come back and watch the commercials.
We know there's plenty of those, so.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Lights off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. By the way, we do not have any of Danica Patrick's nudeness in our commercials here at Noble Network 1. Sorry to disappoint.
Wait, that's for the halftime show.
We have one of those?
Well, we don't, but Super Bowl does. We've seen what happened in one of those one year.
Yep, speaking of halftime, we're just 19 laps away as the pace car hits the pit road. Mellendorf loses to the green flag. There it is, we're back racing.
He did lead him to the green, but now here's Chambly's chance now as he's inside of the 83 of Adam Benefield. He looks like he's going to have a chance to clear him.
Matt Body tagged the wall. He gets turned there. Around goes Matt Body. Caution is out. Look out. Look out. Cody Gibson into the pit road barrier into the 008. Caution out for the 4th time here this evening.
Oh, and the pace car just hit the wall.
Oh, my goodness. Again?
Not again.
Oh, my.
Pace car going into turn number 3 right there. Looked like somewhere around the 91.
Oh,
I think he was right in front of Jeff Rogers there. Oh, my.
My goodness, got airborne right there. I hit the wall at about 100 miles an hour.
I think we need to check him for some alcohol.
We wouldn't find this as funny as we just did. You guys might say, oh, Chris runs the wall all the time. But when was it? Monday night in the No Bull PowerTech Power Solutions Nationwide Series at Kansas Speedway. We were under a very serious caution. I mean, this is a race deflecting caution. And the pace car comes flying around the field, and It almost looked like he was going to enter the high side like the race cars do there, and just went right up into the wall. Got almost got stuck in the wall.
Oh, that would be
it was
something.
hilarious. It was hilarious. So
Back,
in 1
back
week
to
we've
back.
seen,
Yeah.
yeah, race car smacked the wall twice.
Oh, he's in a real hurry to get out in
Yeah.
front of them, feel like they're going somewhere.
Our careers are made. That did it for us right there.
He wants to be a race car driver, I think.
Yeah. Well, he's got to adjust some stuff first.
Maybe the demolition derby.
There you go.
It actually looks like the pace car's crabbing now, so he might have knocked the toe out of that thing.
Oh my. So, the pace car will go in and get a reset here in just a moment.
We got a drug test on that driver, too. I'm calling that. Oh, wait, they're closed. So
Yeah, they're closed, yeah.
I'll send them a message. Maybe they'll get to it Tuesday.
Yeah. Or in March sometime.
Yeah, whatever.
You know how iRacing is, yeah. Their producer's saying soon, which is iRacing's response to everything. When are we going to get green, white checkers?
Soon.
Here we go. So, looks like we're going to turn the lights off.
Well, it looks like Chambly's going to get his chance now here on the outside of Mellendorf on this restart.
Yeah, Chambly's ready to go. He's like, come on, Mellendorf, catch the pace car. We got to get going here as they do turn the lights off. Top 5. Mellendorf, Chambly, Benefiel, Swan has made it into the top 5, and Jeff Rogers since 5th.
I want to thank everybody who's tuned in here so far tonight. Watch this live coverage of the No Playoffs For The Cowboys 200 here, sponsored by County Line Motors, and getting ready to get this thing going here. Going to have 87 complete when they take the green.
Just 13 away from halfway here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Pace car to pit road. They'll stack them up 2 by 2. Mellendorf's hitting the gas. We're back racing.
Thought Chambly would get a good restart, but it didn't look like he did. Benefiel got a better one here, so now he's on the inside. Chambly almost hits the wall.
Well, he almost catches Benefiel right there. He really put the pinch. Heading into 3, here comes Chambly off 4. Kilgreaves goes over Chambly's fence. He's going to hit the wall, no. He's going to come back in front of traffic, no. But he's going to have a lot of work to do. Oh, caution for Mosa. Upside down, a big crash on the back straightaway. So Scott Formosa went from sitting on the pole here at the start of this thing, leading quite a few laps, to sliding on his roof on the back straightaway.
And 2 wrecks later.
Yep.
Pit road open. Here come the leaders. We only got 9 guys on the lead lap right now here. Mellendorf, though, going to lead them into the pits first.
So that caution couldn't have came at a better time for Chuck Chambly, who was out of control on the front straightaway and never really caught control of it until the back stretch when he had cars flipping in front of him. He'll get 4 fresh tires on this round of pit stop, and now he gets to do what he did in the first 80 laps, and that's come through the field.
That's right. Looks like we had somebody stay out, maybe just to lead a lap. That was the 8 of Steven Denmark, but he's going to come down pit road now, so not going to stay out in front with these older tires. He's going to come in and get his stop now.
Caution out for the 5th time here this evening, and I tell you what, just looking around all these chunks, there is hardly a truck on this track without a dent or ding in it after the first 90 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Good short track racing at its best, though. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in wherever you are in the country, wherever you are in the world, to watch the race here tonight, presented by County Line Motors, the No Playoffs For The Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway, live on No Bull Network 1. Odds are Odds are you are on our website right now, noblenetwork1.com. Feel free to look around after the race. No, you don't want to miss any of the action coming up. At the race, feel free to look around, check out some stuff. Like us on Facebook. All you have to do is search Noble Motorsport. Follow us on Twitch. You'll get live updates whenever we go live. And on Twitter, just search at Noble_Network1. So we'll turn the lights off. Yeah, we'll turn them off. We'll line them up, double file here, and get set for the restart. Six laps away from halfway when we take the green flag, top 5. Before we do so, Mellendorf, Benefiel, Swan, Sanchez, and Spradlin. Mellendorf will lead us back to the green flag. Pace car hits the pit road. There's Mellendorf. He's into gas. Benefiel follows. We're back racing again here at Bristol.
Look at Jason Swan all the way up to 3rd, Ben. He's been working his way all race long. As Chambly, he's looking racy here. Oh, he's losing it.
Chambly back up the track. Got tagged by, it looked like Sanchez right there, but for the lead, it's Benefiel taking it from Mellendorf.
He does. Benefiel takes over the lead again, but watch out for Mellendorf. Those long runs, if we can get one here, like we had in the opening race. He's very fast in those long runs right now.
Mellendorf falls into line, about 3-4 truck lengths behind. Good battle for 4th between Sanchez and Chase Spradlin as Chuck Chambly at the back of the pack starts to work his way to the field yet again.
I'll tell you what, oh, it's 14. Jason Swan gets in the wall right there. Turn number 1 and 2. Able to maintain, though, as he stays ahead of Danny Sanchez right now.
And here comes Spradlin looking to the inside of Sanchez. Looks like he'll take that 4th position. Down in 1 and 2, so bump Spradlin further into the top 5. Here comes Jeff Rogers looking to take that position away, the top 5 position away from Sanchez. He'll do that on the front stretch. So Jeff Rogers back into the top 5 here at Bristol.
Yeah, as Denmark was a lap down a few laps ago there in the 8 truck. He's worked his way up to 7th now. He's going to look and try to see if he can get around Danny Sanchez.
He's got one tough character, though, on his rear bumper, and now door-to-door with him. Now in front of him is Chuck Chambly. Coming back to the field, he takes 7th position away from Denmark, looking for 6th from Sanchez.
Unbelievable, Chuck Chambly. I'll tell you what, if he doesn't win this thing, he's definitely going to probably be the guy who passed the most trucks here tonight. I believe it's either his 3rd or 4th time having to come back through the field here, as he's trying to work his way around Sanchez right now off of turn number 4. Still side by side though as they head back into 1.
Yeah, you can definitely tell this is really holding these guys up, racing side by side. It's hard to clear somebody on that inside. And Sanchez got oh so close to Chambly right there. Chambly gets loose. He'll spin for the apron again, and now he's got to do all that work yet again.
Oh, he's having a rough night here tonight.
Oh, Faulkner slow on the back straightaway into 65. Not sure what happened there. He just come out of the pits and was slow, and whoa, almost gets caught up, and there he goes. Around goes Faulkner on the front straightaway. Caution is out. This is in front of our leaders, and he'll take it behind the wall. Jeff Faulkner, 65, now in the pits. As the pace car now is brake checking the field. So Faulkner come out of the pits and got turned into the wall. Pits are open and the leaders decide to come on down. They're the new contestants on The Price is Right.
All right, there we go. Leaders on pit road. Come on down, he said.
Oh, dear. We have too much fun under caution. So, looks like Benefield will beat out Mellendorf. And we'll line them up. Single file until we turn the lights off, then we'll do a double file. Andy, could you use a cup of tea?
Some crumpets.
I don't think the British roll their R's, but hey, close enough. We'll be right back here on Noble Network 1. You're watching the No Plans for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac, and never feel powerless.
We're back here at Noble Network 1. No playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Caution still out here for the 7th time tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. I want to thank you all for 6th time. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. For the 6th time here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I want to thank you all for tuning in with us here tonight. And is there anybody in the chat out there? If you are in the chat, I'll get Andy to check for me because I'm too lazy to do it myself. But anybody going to Speedfest? Oh, wow. If you're hearing us right now, go head on over to NobleNetwork1.com. If you're going to Speedfest tomorrow, I'll buy you a Pepsi. Or a Coke, whatever they serve. So, Andy, you keep up with that.
Our producer, Sam, doesn't want to go because they'll have that Coke.
They might have Diet Pepsi. So here we go. Speaking of Speed Fest, here for All Pro and their late model division will be the first super late model race for All Pro. That's coming up on February 17th at USA. Here we go.
That'll be live on the network.
Yep, lights off, pace car pit road. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Green flag, and Mellendorf gets a good jump with Benefield as we dive him off into one.
Top 3 single file, the battle for the 90-point of Jeff Rogers gets a little bit loose. He's going to drop back in line. Here's Chuck Chambly, though, still on the move. He's looking to the inside of Jeff Rogers. Not going to make it happen as they head back in.
Chuck Chambly almost came across the nose of Danny Sanchez right there through 1 and 2. Those guys are still side by side here. About midway through the pack, Sanchez tags the wall. That'll allow Chambly to clear him, and now Denmark has to run side by side with Sanchez.
It's a great battle right now between those guys. Everybody's kind of single filed out here in the front. Chambly, though, I'll tell you, that guy's on one wheel, man. He's gotten loose so many times, gotten into so many people, and to be able to avoid hitting the wall like he has and to still be up here in front, I'll tell you, he's working hard in that car tonight.
Yep, sits 6th right now, trying to get 5th away from Jeff Rogers. And I tell you what, that truck was on a roll earlier, but with all the damage he's taken within the past couple of laps, I think it's hindered him. Rogers gets loose. Here comes Chambly looking to the inside. This is for top 5.
Chambly still got a nose in there. Looks like he's got him cleared, though. Jeff Roberts able to stay out ahead of Chambly right now as they run, but don't give it long until you'll see Chambly get back up in there. Here's the field now, heads back into 3 and 4, the top 4 guys. Adam Benefield still leading away by about 2 truck lengths right now over Mellendorf, but we saw this earlier on. Ben Mellendorf was really good on that long run, so about 5, 10, 15 laps from now, we'll should start seeing him start closing in and maybe trying for that lead.
Most definitely, and you can slowly start to see it now. He's starting to close in on corner exit. Look at the run. He gets off the turn. Benefield is better heading in, but Mellendorf is real good on exit. They're running up on the lap truck of Louis Robinette. He'll go to the low side. Give them plenty of room up there to run the high rims here at Bristol. Might have caused a little bit of a problem for Jason Swan there, who sits third. Chase Spradlin, who sits fourth. He qualified way back in 14th. Didn't think he would have anything to do with these top three guys. He's trying to get to the top three right now in the 75.
Yeah, just been patient all night long, very quiet, minding his own business, staying out of trouble, and this is what can happen for you. Find yourself up front with a chance to get yourself a decent finish, possibly a win.
Yep, Spradlin gets a good run off tube there. Thought he was going to look to the inside of Swan, decided better of it. Has a little lower line off 4 right there. Has a good run, but still not able to do anything.
We got the lap car right now coming up. Daniel Viding at 99 here. Oh, he gets real close to Mellendorf there.
Remember, Vining was the truck that had a tire go down and took out. Whoa! My, Spradlin gets loose there. But Vining was a truck that had a tire go down and take out Scott Formosa. So he's had some scares tonight when it comes to the leaders. Speaking of Formosa, he's just now heading out onto the track. He knocks the cone out. That may be a debris caution. No, they'll knock it back down to the apron.
Chase Spradlin was able to get by Jason Swan there a couple laps ago, but right now their mirrors are full of Jeff Rogers and Chuck Chambly as these 4 guys right now all battling for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, this is a 4-truck train around the high side here at Bristol, all battling for one position, and that's for the top 3 the last podium position, I should say. They're on a line just waiting for somebody to mess up. Also on a line up at the front is Brian Mellendorf on the bumper of Adam Benefield.
Yeah, all over his back bumper, following right in his tire tracks as they come off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. These 2 guys have pulled out to almost a 2nd lead now over the 3rd place. Chase Spradlin, these guys are just on a mission to get away from the pack and battle this out amongst themselves.
That they are, as we come to the line this time. It'll be 72 laps remaining here at Bristol Motor Speedway for these guys to do that. Back to 3rd. Spradlin got a little high down in 3 and 4. Dot Swan was going to stick his nose in, decided better of it.
Decided better of it for now. This is definitely what we call a lot here on the network, Ben, a rhythm track. Bristol definitely falls right into that, along with the likes of Martinsville. Even though totally 2 different as far as the banking, the speeds and things like that, but you have to get into that rhythm, and once you get into that rhythm and you find that rhythm, that's when you find your speed. And some of these guys, with all the cautions that had maybe taken them a little bit to find that rhythm, but it seems our front 2 guys have found that rhythm a long time ago.
Yeah, that they have, and we talk about it all the time. We saw it in the Snowball Derby. It just takes a small little slip up here or there to ruin your momentum that you've built up for 50 laps. All it takes is a small little over breakage or an under breakage or getting on the gas too quick, and all that rhythm can go right out the window. And sorry, I paused there. Chuck Chambly getting by Jeff Rogers for 5th, but it just takes a small little bobble and you could be trying to get your momentum back for another 20 or 30 laps. Whoa, for 3rd. Spradlin gets into the wall and Jason Swan goes around.
Yep, Jason Swan able to take advantage of that mistake like we had just been talking about. Moves himself into that 3rd spot here. Now Chuck Chambly now closing in on these guys. He wants to get that action after he got by Jeff Rogers.
So don't count out Chambly yet, although that truck does look like it's been through a car crusher. He is sitting 5th right now with an opportunity to get 3rd away from Swan. Here, whoa, and there goes Spradlin around on the front straightaway. Caution is out. Doesn't make any contact yet, and nobody hits him. So a single spin by the 75 of Chase Spradlin brings out the caution for the 7th time here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Well, we need to catch our breath. I know I do. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. We'll update you on who pitted, what they did, where they came out right after this. We're back here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We took a prolonged break there. I had to get some sugar cookies from the desk behind me.
Oh,
Sam,
yeah.
you want some? I'll bring you some, Sam. Don't worry. I'll bring you some after the race. I had to get some sugar cookies and a glass of tea before the green flag. Sam asked me if I take milk and sugar in my tea. I put sugar, but milk and tea just makes my skin crawl. Lights off on the face car. Lights off on the face car. Benneville, Mellendorf, Swan, Chambly, and Rogers is the top 5 as we get set to go green flag racing with 59 laps remaining at Bristol Motor Speedway. Pace car to pit road. Benneville wasting no time. We're back racing.
That we are, back racing, top 4 or 5 guys, single file. Oh, Chambly looking high on the outside of Swan. Not going to be able to make a stick. Oh, maybe no, he's still got a nose in there to head back into the corner.
Crash back straightaway. Danny Sanchez around. Donald Williams around. A big mess on the backstretch right there. That occurred in 2 different places right there. It was Williams making some contact with Cody Gibson, and Sanchez was a different situation. He just got loose in front of him and hit the inside wall. So, caution out again. And, oh my goodness. It's very unprofessional what I'm doing right now, but it's my producer. Let's just say you can, let's just be glad that you guys could not hear him, because he is really making me chuckle at times that I shouldn't be chuckling. So caution out again here in the no playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in tonight here live on No Bull Network 1, wherever you are in the country, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for watching on your device, whatever it may be, iPad, laptop, PC, Mac, phone, TV if you can do that. I don't even know if you can. Oh, if you have a smart TV, you might be able to. Alright, we just got a challenge introduced by our producer. If you donate to him 50 pounds of goose feathers.
I was going to say, what's he want 50 pounds of?
Isn't that the currency over there in Australia? 50 great British pounds. He will unmute his microphone so you can hear what he is saying for the remainder of the event.
I was going to say pounds of something or other, but I don't think I can say it on the air.
Well, you could, but it wouldn't be nice. 50 pounds of tacos. Tacos, as he says. Oh, dear. People listening to this thing are like, God, these guys, when it comes to cautions, they don't know what to do. And you're right, we don't.
we keep it real, that's all.
Keep it as real as it can get on the sim. Because iRacing is the most realistic simulator, but they don't have a green light checker. Lights off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Top 5 before we go green. Benefield, Mellendorf, Swan, Chambly, and Denmark. And I tell you what, Mellendorf on these restarts, watch him on the high side. He goes in high and then he just arcs that thing to the bottom, and on the back stretch he gets right up on the bumper of Benefield. Let's see what he can do this time by. And Chambly, he's starting to work that high side of Jason Swan pretty swell as well. A little bit of Dr. Seuss there as the pace car pulls down the pit road. Green flag back in the air, 53 to go. Bumper tagging going onto the line.
Yeah, it looked like Mellendorf maybe spun his tires there on that restart, but he's able to get a
There's
run
the run
off of turn 2.
That's the run I talked about right before we went green. Look at Chambly stick his nose to the inside. He shows it to the inside of Swan. Wasn't able to do anything though on the front stretch. He'll try again in 1 and 2.
Not going to make it happen, but Denmark now looking at the inside of Chambly. That's not going to happen either as he's top. Whoa, they get really accordioned up there in the high side there in 3 and 4. Tough battle here. We're at go time now, Ben. As this time by, we're going to have 50 to go.
Well, there goes Chambly around. There goes Denmark around. Can he save it? He does, but the caution is out. Good save by Steven Denmark right there in the number 8. But too bad, the caution does fly. Alright, so now we get the chance to have some more nonsense talking with the caution. Uh-oh, mixed emotions up at the front. Who's gonna do what? Right, well, looks like the body's taking the cone with it. He'll let it go.
Yeah, we had some mixed guys there, some mixed thoughts here. Maybe go now and not later, so we'll see what happens.
So once again, we thank you for tuning in with us here at No Bull Network 1. Started off real good here tonight in the no playoff for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol. Had some long green flag runs. But here as of late, we've just, well, cautions breed cautions, especially at the high-banked half-mile speedway here in Bristol, Tennessee. We're talking about Speedfest 200 at USA a little while ago. We'll talk a little bit more about that now. February 17th, right here live on Noble Network 1. Tune in for some of the best late model racing you'll see in your life. 200 laps around USA International Race Speedway, I should say. First ever event with the super late model here for All Pro Sim Racing, and we get to be a part of it, and I cannot wait.
If it's anything like the Snowball Derby, Ben, I'm excited for it. These guys with the late models are fantastic. Put on a great show.
That they do. Just following that, February 26th is the Governor's Cup at New Smyrna Speedway with the West Pro Series, which will also be live here on Noble Network 1. So Louis Robinette, the wave around. My producer and Andy Kessler are having a silent argument.
It's a battle.
A silent argument.
It's a war.
Oh. World War III is brewing in whisper on the broadcast. We'll turn the lights off. Adam Benefield, Jason Swan, Chuck Chambly, Jeff Rogers, and Brian Mellendorf is the top 5. 45 laps to go when we get the green flag. The top 4 did not pit. From there on, or from 5th on back, everybody came down and got some fresh rubber. Pace car to pit road. Beneville's back in the gas. We're back racing. Mellendorf wasting no time. He clears Rogers. He'll go to the high side. Watch the run. He'll get on Chambly here. There it is. He gets to the inside of it. Mellendorf looking for 3rd on new tires.
Oh, he's got those fresh Goodyears, and they're hanging tough right now as he clears them. Not quite.
Oh, he gets turned. Head first into the wall. A big crash. Look out. Multiple trucks pile in. This one's not over yet. And now everything finally slows down after the top contender, Brian Mellendorf, is going to take that truck straight to the scrapyard after this race. That thing is destroyed after heavy contact in turn 1.
Wow, that's all I have to say.
My goodness.
2 of the fastest guys here tonight, right there, caught up in the same wreck here, battling for position, battling hard for position. I don't see anyone at fault per se, Ben. I just think that was some hard racing right there.
And I was just in the heat of the moment. I didn't even realize that the other truck involved was Chuck Chambly until we watched the replay here. And I mean, that's just devastating for the fast guys here, and a bunch of good trucks damaged in that one. Scott Formosa, I tell you what, he just cannot get a break in that number 80 truck.
Nope, and I guarantee it's the paint scheme.
It has to be.
Bad luck of the Cowboys is rubbing off on him here tonight.
So we'll update you on picks.
And Mellendorf,
tonight.
He's down a lap now, so there goes his chances here late in the race here. We're about to be 40 laps to go here. But one guy that survived, who had himself down a couple laps early on, was that 84 of Matt Vade. And now look at him, Ben, sitting 4th.
Yep, sitting 4th, looking pretty spiffy. Let's look at our picks. We did picks heading into right before the green flag. I do.
I don't.
I do. All right. Well, Andy went with the pole sitter. He is Scott Formosa, driving the Cowboy paint scheme.
I don't think I picked him.
He sits 15th. Sam Taylor.
Can we go back and look at the tape? I don't think I said that one.
Sam Taylor went with Steven Denmark. He sits 3rd. And I went with Adam Benefield, who is leading the No Playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, Not only will it be a battle for the trophy tonight, it'll be a battle to see who wins the Noble Network 1 picks.
Yeah, winner gets 2 pesos.
Yeah. So nonsense.
Buttons?
Not buttons. Are we giving away button boxes?
I don't think we got any of those to give away tonight. Looks like lights are off though on the pace car, Ben. We're gonna get this thing going again. About 38 laps to go when we take the green flag.
And that right there is why we're in the booth and not on the top of the pit boxes. Can't do math that well. We'll line them up 2 by 2. Top 5, Benefield, Swan, Denmark, Vade, and Spradlin. Top 5. Here we go. Time is running out. If you want to win this thing, you got to get the move on right now. 38 laps to go, green flag.
What a jump by Benefield. 6, 7, 8 car lengths is now the battles for second place, but a short one as Denmark moves up to second.
He'll clear him on the back stretch. That's Swan. Now Swan looking to the inside in 3 and 4. He'll get a horrible run off 4. Almost gets the bumper.
Scrapes a wall there a little bit in turns 1 and 2. That's Jason Swan in the 14. Chase Spradlin and Matt Vade all over his back bumper right now, and a little bit battle right behind him. Jeff Rogers and Force Craig.
That'll be for 6. Here we go for second place. To the inside goes Swan on Denmark, and Denmark's going to lose quite a few positions. It looks like him. No, he gets the run on Swan on the front stretch. Battle for second is really heating up.
It is 2 by 2. They go off of turn number 2. Right now, it looks like Denmark's going to have them clear as they head back into turn number 3. Now Vade's looking to the outside. He's side by side with Spradlin.
Vade will pick up a position. He'll get around Chase Spradlin there. That was the smart thing to do, to go to the high side, but everybody else goes to the inside. Here we go. Swan again, looking to the inside of Denmark.
Looking to the inside, but Denmark gets that great run off the top side of that, the top side, but heading down back into turn number 1. He's going to have them cleared as they go through 1 and 2 again. Here comes Vade now looking to the inside of Swan.
Won't have enough there. There's a lap truck. Could have used him as a pick if he would have been lined up. Denmark almost tagged the wall. Swan gets into a battle for second is really, really great.
Well, some great action, great piece of driving right there, but Denmark now starting to pull away from Swan here as they head back into turn number 1. Vade looking to the inside of Swan. He's side by side off of 2.
Ooh, Swan almost pinched him off right there. That would have not ended good for either one of them. Front straightaway, it's 30 to go here at Bristol.
30 to go, Swan all over the back bumper of Denmark now off of turn number 2. He's going to peek down to the inside as they head back to turn number 3. Not going to happen. They're going to fall as soon as Denmark scrapes the wall now. That's going to leave the inside open. Here comes Swan.
Swan will try and get on the inside. He's not giving up on that inside line. He pitches in there. Vade almost makes it 3 wide. He almost gets turned to the wall by Bradlin. Swan still on the inside of Denmark.
Still side by side off of turn number 4. Here they come to the stripe. Swan's going to finally have him cleared. Now Vade looks to the inside of Denmark through 1 and 2. Denmark hanging tough on the outside. They're still side by side.
Vade has to do the same thing Swan did. He's got to pressure Denmark into making a mistake. Denmark just so good on the outside though. Spradlin's now joined him up there, and Vade can fall back another position. He can lose that position to Spradlin on the outside as that's a battle for 4th.
And meanwhile, Benefield has pulled out to a 2.5 second lead over Jason Swan. Swan, though, he's pulled away now from the 3rd place position of Denmark as Denmark's feeling pressure from the 75. Here comes Spradlin now peeking to the inside, but falls back in line.
Nobody has anything for Adam Benefield, who is dominating this race and the final stages out in no man's land in front of all these guys. He is doing a spectacular job as Matt Vade just loses a position to Jeff Rogers. That's for the top 5.
Here goes Spradlin with a great run right there through 1 and 2. Here he comes off the corner, looking to the inside of Denmark. That's on off of turn number 2. Still peeking into the inside. Gonna pull upside to him. Denmark now scrapes the wall again. Now is a chance for Spradlin.
Denmark still though has a bumper heading into 1. Can he get a good run on the backstretch here? Spradlin has it cleared, and Denmark's now got to fight back.
Going to try to fight back with Spradlin now, going to take that position. Now Jeff Rogers, he wants to get by Denmark. He's going to try some here now into the corner. Not going to happen. Look at the outside. It's Matt Vade trying to get around the outside. Jeff Rogers, not a lot of room up there.
Certainly isn't, so he'll dive all the way to the apron. Here we go, Jeff Rogers almost makes it 3 wide through the center of 3.
Great battle right now as Rogers now looks to the inside of Denmark. He's looking, he's peeking, not quite there yet though as they head back into the corner. He's still going to follow his tire tracks. Now he's going to poke his head down the inside of a turn 4.
Here comes Rogers, trying once again. He'll get a good run. He'll roll the center pretty good. Back straightaway. They're dead even heading into 3.
Side by side still. Denmark into the wall again. This might be his chance. He gets into the gas real hard right there. He's able to pull back ahead of Jeff Rogers. Has him clear, but not for long as he still looks to the inside of a turn number 2.
Looked like Denmark used the wall down in 3 and 4 to help turn the truck. Does he do that again this time by? No. Rogers trying to clear him. Just ahead of them. The battle for second is side by side as Spradlin looks to the inside of Swan.
He's going to look to the inside. He's got him cleared up, but a nose right now. Now he's got him cleared. Chase Spradlin, move him up to second as now Jason Swan's going to fall back to third here as they head back into turn number 1.
We'll look back at the battle for fourth between Denmark and Rogers. They're still side by side. Rogers not giving up on the inside. Denmark's not giving an inch on the outside. He'll tag the wall again to the center of 3. And now Jeff Rogers clears him on the front stretch.
Yeah, Rogers has him clear, but now Denmark's got his handfuls with Vade. Vade on the inside line coming off of turn number 2 right there. They're still side by side, but give the advantage to Denmark.
Denmark is making it really hard for these guys to pass on the inside, and Matt Vade is trying to do that right now off of corner number 2, back straightaway, not able to do it.
Right now, Benefield, though, 4.5 second lead he's got right now with 14 laps to go.
Like I said earlier, just in a world of his own. He hits the stripe right now. And now second place Spradlin just hits it. So that gives you a little bit of perspective of how big of a lead Benefield has, as he has just 12 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Got 12 laps to go, and I think all that battling these guys were doing for that second spot right on that restart really allowed Benefield to pull way away from these guys and pretty much put it in cruise control right now. There's definitely not enough time, unless something happens to Benefield, for these guys to catch him.
Certainly isn't. Battle for 5th again between Matt Vade, who's sporting the Green Bay Packers, looking to the inside of Steven Denmark yet again off 2. Almost makes a little contact there. Still not able to do anything on that inside as Vade.
Still not. Denmark able to hang on to it as they hit the front stretch right there and head back into turn number 1. Vade still relentless on that bottom line. Does not want to give up trying. You got to love that tenacity in a driver, but right now falls in line in the tire tracks on that high side. Denmark still has that top 5 spot.
Talked a little bit about Benefield earlier in the race, how he was always there at the last part of the race. Trouble.
Looks like Chase
Spradlin has had an incident and no caution. He got loose. How was that not a caution? Hit the wall, spun through the apron. No caution though. We're still green. 6 laps to go for Adam Benefield. What I was saying earlier, at the end of the race, he is always where he needs to be. At the end of this one, it just so happens that that place is 7.2 seconds in front of the rest of the field. For Adam Benefield, it's 5 5 laps to go in Bristol. What a race.
Still a great battle, though, going on for fourth between Denmark and Vade. These guys have been just at each other for the last 10, 15 laps now, Ben. And Vade's not giving up on that inside right now. He's still got a nose in there as they head back into turn 3.
Yep, they're both in the top 5 position now, but fourth position still plays a little bit more than fifth. And that's what Vade's trying to get to. He'll still stick his nose in on the inside. There's the lap car that's biting, and they, whoa, he really puts the pinch on him there. While the battle for fourth goes on, Adam Benefield's really close to lapping him. At the stripe popsicle sticks, it's 2 to go. 1 mile for Adam Benefield as he heads to the back straightaway. 3/4 of a mile. He's got a few more trucks to pass. White flag for Adam Benefield on the no playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway. 1/4 mile. Through 3 and 4, Adam Benefield will do it. He wins here in Bristol. Second place will go to Jason Swan. Third place to Jeff Rogers. Fourth place is going to be a battle to the line, but Denmark's going to snag it. And Matt Vade will round out the top 5 after a spectacular race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. What a race. And congratulations to Adam Benefield as the top 3 lineup on the front straightaway right now for the signature All-Pro post-race picture. There they are, top 3 right there. Benefield, Swan, and Rogers.
What a fantastic ending to this race, Ben. Had a lot of cautions there right in the middle. Right in the middle of the race, a lot of guys battled for position, just some hard racing, and came down to the end, a long run, and Benefield was able to take advantage of all these guys that were battling hard for that second spot.
And he was, and doing his burnouts right now on the front straightaway. Here at Bristol Motor Speedway, we do not have access to talk with the drivers tonight. We apologize for that. Next race, though, we will have that option available. We'll be able to talk to the drivers at the next race, which will hopefully be Speedfest 200 at USA. But all in all, a spectacular race. Let's look at the final finishing results from Bristol Motor Speedway. Coming home, of course, with the win was Adam Benefield. Second to Jason Swan. Third to Jeff Rogers. Fourth was Stephen Denmark. Fifth to Matt Vade. 6th, Forrest Gregg. 7th, Denny Sanchez. 8th, Chase Spradlin. 9th, Daniel Vining. And rounding out the top 10 was Louis Robinette.
Coming home 11th was Chuck Chambly. Brian Mellendorf, a couple top guys that were battling hard all race long up in the front. He'll finish 12th. Cody Gibson, that 008, will finish 13th. Donald Williams will finish 14th. Jeff Faulkner finished 15th. Scott Formosa finishes 16th. 17th to Scott Pearson. 18th to David Gibson.
Skip Witt was not able to take the green flag, although he will be scored 19th. That'll round out the field. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in with us here live on Noble Network 1. I want to thank County Line Motors for presenting the broadcast, All-Pro Sim Racing League, and for everybody put on a great race tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Remember to give us a like on Facebook. All you got to do is search Noble Motorsport. Follow us on Twitter, at Noble_Network1. I'll get the Twitter thing down right here sooner or later. Follow us on Twitch to be updated as soon as we go live on YouTube, the Noble Network 1. February 17th, Speedfest 200 at USA Speedway with a super late model. Once again, we want to apologize for not being able to talk to the drivers. We'll have that fixed for next race. But for Andy Kessler, Sam Taylor, I am Ben Kilcrease. Have a great Sunday morning. Find you a church to go to in the morning. And remember to put the phone down.